Right here guys, a little different than one last time you saw this model, yeah. As I said, underside has been painted in the, it's a very gloss colour actually, it's 315 from the Mr. Colour range. And then the other paint is the top surface. Now this is Mr. Colour 367 I believe. Now, it is a very nice colour. It has actually turned out the real colour that it looks like on the Wildcat at the time. Now I'm just going to show you what I picked up. Okay, now this is Mr. Colour's US Navy aircraft. This is a standard colour set. Now it comes 3 colours. You have obviously 367, which is obviously this colour. This is like the first colours that came out. And then the Corsairs on the later stages, like the Hellcats and the Corsairs, it has this kind of a much richer blue, and then of course the dark blue on top. If you can see on the side there, obviously we got the Dauntless, and then obviously a Corsair on the bottom. It just shows the difference in the colours there. So that's really it. It comes in a little paint set. It's really nice, guys. It comes in 3 parts, obviously. 367 is the one I used, and then obviously we do have a intermediate blue, which, take the top off, is that colour. Can't tell the difference a lot really. So it's that one, and then this one is the gloss. This is the sea blue. As you can see, there's a lot of difference in the colour there. That's the top surface, and that is really it, guys. Just check so that's the right colours. Yep, those are the right colours in fact, and of course this is the colour we used, which was the top surface for the Wildcat here. Very nice colour. Very nice colour indeed. Okay, so that's what I just want to show you that, guys. I did went to record it, but my camera battery was just completely drained, so I had to go away and let that record up. Let's pop them back in the box. Put it back in a nice drawer. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to varnish the top of the model in a gloss colour. Now I'm using obviously what I always use, the Humbrol gloss varnish. I'm just, put a bit too much there. I'm just going to pretty much put this into a bottle and do a coat straight over the top in this colour. Just like so. Like that. There we are. Right, so as you get the picture, I'm just going to be doing this, and then I'm now, well, there's not much really else to say. I'm just doing this, and that is it, guys. So I'll literally do the top side and then the bottom side of this aircraft, and then once that's done, then we'll get on with the rest of the modelling, which will probably be the deckling once this is all dried. Right, see you in a bit, guys. Right, so here we are. Okay, so a little bit different than what you saw. The blue is painted up, and obviously the red nose is obviously painted up as well. So what I'm doing now is we're deckling pretty much, obviously, as you can tell. Undersides are done. There's only just 2 undersides bit there. The only problem I've got with the nose bit, I don't know what everyone can see. Obviously where I've sprayed around it, it's just very visible where the blue and the white mix in, so it's kind of slightly visible, but you've got to admit that this was originally all an all blue top bit, and then obviously, well, just normal camo. I'm trying to waffle on here, guys. I'm trying to say that the red was painted on probably later, so it probably would have like showed through a bit, probably. Then you never know. Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take this decals and we're going to do the top wings, pretty much. Stick this straight in the water. But as always, as a chef, here's one I had earlier. Next question, actually, where is that? Oh, it's there. There it is. Okay, we're just going to get this decal. Right, now I'm using Humbrol's decal fix. Now, a lot of people say, like I always say, they don't hardly use this stuff, but I actually quite like it. So there we are. So I'll use it. So there we go. I'm just going to apply a bit onto the wing. I'm not sure you can see. Yeah, you can see just in there. And what we're going to do is take this decal. I'm having to use the instruction booklet quite a bit for the decals because I often struggle with them. So let's have a look. Okay, so that looks okay. Probably have to move this up a bit more to like there apparently. So I'm just going to turn this Wildcat round so I can see it a bit better. You might see my head in the way right now. I think it is just overlapping that a bit. Like that. You see, I'm trying to use it for where the ammo box is. Apparently it overlaps the ammo box quite slightly. I'm not sure how true that is. But I am just going to draw it back just a touch. From there. Like so. Move this about a bit. Right, that looks fine to me. So, I'm just going to dab this down. Looks good to me. I'm happy with that. And like always, just going to put a bit of this just around the outside. I've just moved the decal a bit more. Don't really want that. That's better. There we go. Push that back a bit this way. There we go. Right, so as always, now what we do is pretty much just leave that to dry now. Don't touch. I'm just going to tap it down just a tiny little bit more. Just get the excess bit out. Okay, there we are. So it does actually look not too bad actually. Yeah, it looks really nice. Obviously compared to the underside of the wing as well. So there we are. Does look actually pretty much level. Not too bad. There we are guys. Right, I'm going to do the rest of the decals. There's actually quite a bit to do on the decals, surprisingly. Actually, I just need to move this back a bit more. There we are. Okay, right, I'm just going to leave that to dry now. Well, I'm going to carry on with the decals and then I'll leave them to dry pretty much overnight because it does need quite a while to fully dry, but you get the picture. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Rightio guys, here we are. We have the Wildcat all glossed and decaled up, and I have to say the decals as well as the decal fix have worked a really good treat. I don't know if you can see on the, sorry, there we are. There on the decal you actually have all the rivets shown, even on the side of the fuselage as well. It's great, crazy but brilliant. Anyhow, right, what we're going to do is as always, I use the Floyd Models clay washes. But what I'm going to do today, guys, I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to be using the grey. Well, I like to mainly use the black, as you know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix just a touch of black with a touch of grey somehow, he says, to make a bit of a dark matter. Okay. That's quite the consistency I just need. Actually, I think I might just go with a straight black, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. I might just go straight black. Scrap the plans and be done with it. Okay, I'm just going to use straight black. And pretty much, as always, we just plaster the model with all little bits, making sure getting all the areas. Like so. And that is really simple, guys. I know I keep bragging on about using the washers, but for projects like this, when there's loads of rivets on, it just makes it so much easier to do the weathering and gives a really nice effect. So there we are. But like I said, just work it all in, and pretty much that'll be it. try and use a bit more on there. There we are. Right here, guys, that is really it. That's pretty much all I've got to say about the effects, what we're doing, well, what I'm doing right now. But this is it. You just pretty much put the decals on, gloss varnish, and then use this and rub it over. And that is it. Right, I need to stop repeating myself. It's a hobby of mine. Anyhow, right, enough of me waffling. I'm going to do the rest of this model, and then we're going to see how or what we can, oh, you know what I mean. Yeah, a bit of a mess it looks right now. Don't worry, we'll soon get it off. Like I said, it's a clay wash, so pretty much straight over the surface. And what we're going to do is take some tissue paper and use a bit of water, or in my case a bit of saliva. That sounds disgusting, but it's true. On the tip of your tongue, like that, and pretty much just rub. And there we have it. There we have it, guys. A nice surface detail there, like always. So yeah, I've always used, like I said, I always use these washes, and I bet many people have thought, why haven't I changed? Well, the reason is, I don't pretty much like to change from this, guys, because I just like my techniques, what I do, and that is how it's going to be, pretty much. I know people have asked me, oh, you know, why don't you try such and such this? Trouble is, if I like what I do, then that's going to be it, really. I'll put a bit more on that, just sorry. But yeah, you know me, I'm very stubborn, I'm very minded, I like to stick to the old ways, like so. Okay, right, so also another technique if you're using this is go in the way the airflow goes. And there we are. It looks absolutely fantastic, guys. Now, I'm actually impressed with that. I'm glad I stuck with the black. Let's give it a nice effect of weathering. It's pretty much that, and that's just the wing. What's the rest of the fuselage going to look like? Or the rest of the plane, in fact. So there we are. Right, so I'm going to be a fish off that. Just be careful across the guns here. There we are. There we are. Rightio. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to finish the rest of this off, and we'll see how we get on, because I can't wait to the next bit. It's probably the chipping and that lot, and then getting everything pretty much done and dusted, and see how it goes. Rightio. Well, I have to say, it did pay off, and I've also painted, well, I've done the matte varnish over the top. The only downside is you can see there's a few cracks on the underside, especially around the cowling here. I think when I put the gloss varnish down, I applied a bit too much on some surfaces, so that's probably why. Right, so if you've noticed, we have took a bit off here. Now these are some parts. I didn't realise there's a part on here, and let me get this. Where is it? Right. Basically, landing legs, I went away and constructed them. That's how they look. I'm not going to bother painting them yet because it's all fiddly and that lot. Now, what the problem was, there was this piece, along with a few other pieces, that fitted across here, which I put on accidentally. Well, I didn't put on, I just thought put on to paint it up, and then didn't realise this part had to slide into there, so kind of my fault. But anyway, I'm going to put this part in, the landing gear legs. It is actually, even though it's very flimsy, it's very strongly supported, and that slots in like that, I believe. And then these little cross members here, well, cross members, the actual legs are glued into the actual fuselage part, where, how can I put it? where the actual firewall is, at the very bottom here. So I might have to take a shot here, apologies. Like so. Just going to glue this side as well. It does help this extra quick setting glue here. It does really help with that. Okay, right, so that's in place. Just go see if that's actually level as it's sat on the ground. It is kind of level. I think what I might do is I might actually leave it resting like so, and then balance the two wings up. Just thinking what can be used. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's the wings balanced up. I might put a bit further actually. There we are. So that's the wings balanced up. Pretty much I've got to leave it like that now. There's not really else much I can do until that's set. But yeah, it's looking fantastic, guys. I really do like it. I've said the Wildcat is a very nice looking aircraft. Kind of a barrel, but a barrel of fun. Yes, right, the Wildcat. Wow, it has gone pretty well, guys. Here we go. As you can see, it looks very detailed. I took all the engine compartments out, and there's all the landing stuff in there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just working on the little bits. Pretty much the only things I've got done so far is the prop. Looks all nice and done. I still need to get the decals done. I probably might have to put a varnish on that first. But what we're going to do now is we're going to do these wheels on the tyres and that lot. So I'm going to be doing something I've never done before. It is using pigments to dry brush them. I've got a set of 4, and because obviously this was on Guadalcanal, it was sand mostly, and it was a bit muddy at times. Actually, that's a good point. Actually, it was muddy at times. So what colour do I use? Do I do a light earth, or let's have a look, a dark earth, or have a dark sand? I think it's best to do off a good question actually. What colours to do? So obviously it was a Vietnam Earth, probably Africa Earth. Good question. I think what I'll do is I'll use this one. I think a Vietnam Earth, and see how we go. Actually, I don't know, guys. I'm trying to think. You know what? Let's try with this one first. The Abtai Longer Vietnam Earth. Or was that one lighter? No, tell her I'm going to use the Africa Earth straight away like that. Off the bat, I'm going to get rid of the yellow one. Okay, so as that's done, I'll just shake that up a bit, get it all done. Now obviously I've made the surface to not get done. Add a bit of water, am I? Or levelling thinner? What do I use? I think I will add a bit of water, I think, to mix. Just trying to think, which brush do I use to get this all done with? I think I'll use this one. Okay, so this is the first time I'm properly doing this. I've not done this before. Put a bit of water there. Take some of this pigment. Add it just a bit to the water. Okay. Probably add a bit too much water there, probably. Like so. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do now. Now we've added that done, I'm going to take some of this, and I'm pretty much going to paste it all over the top of the model, like so. Get all into the areas and that art, obviously on the tread, on the tyre itself. Just pretty much everywhere, pretty much. If this will keep on. Not very good stable, is it? It's not really stable, I should say, not that stable. Okay. Right, that looks done for now. And that one. Put that aside to dry up. Take this one. Let's add a bit more pigment probably. And same again, just pretty much apply it to the whole of the model. Like so. So there it's going. It feels like it's going to drop off any minute. Yeah, we'll do by the feels of it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't add too much blue tack onto the end there. Yeah, there we are. Right, I just need a bit more blue tack. Where's the blue tack? There we go. Don't worry if you mess up, it will soon get all done. I might have just realised I might have taken you off camera, sorry. There we are. Try again. There we go. You're all on camera. Really? See, this is where you need something professional. That's just gone and dirtied my desk up. Right, so what I'm going to do is now is just going to leave this to dry for a while. Quite a while actually. Like that. Because I know Guadalcanal was quite muddy, and during an interview there was an American who said it was like a swamp. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Right, so give this about an hour to properly dry up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what we'll do next, because it does get quite messy this next bit, but there we are. Okay guys, thank you for that, and bear with me on that. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, right, the props and the wheels are now done. I know I said I was going to show you, but once again, Michael B got carried away. You can see, oh, there we are. Prop looks actually fantastic, not too bad. I've put a matte varnish on it. I will give some chipping effects on it, actually. There we are. I will give some chipping effects to it. Obviously the tyres now. Tyres look really nice, I don't know if we can see. Let's see if I can focus you in, guys. Apologies about the noise. There we are. So you can see the tread. Looks really, really nice. With the pigments on, that's what I was hoping to achieve. The same with this one. There we go. Same again on that one with the tread. Okay, there's a bit of a seam line in the middle, that's the only problem with it. Okay, I've just got a low battery button. Okay, so I'm just going to put these onto the Wildcat. Get them all done and dusted. Put some this one on it, just for now. Okay, that one there. And then this one on here. Now, I will admit, guys, it does look a great looking aircraft now. I must admit, Hobbyboss, one of these companies that are kind of not pushed to the back, but they're not ideally thought of when it comes to nice kits like so. Now, I have to admit, I paid fair enough, I paid this £10 for this from a market. Now, how much will I pay for this? Probably about £15, probably, something like that. So for a kit that price, the same as the Tamiya one, it's not bad at all. Not bad. Right, let's see if it stands on its own wheels. Okay, may need a bit of encouraging, but that's great. Right guys, I'm going to leave it like that. Let's dry. See how it looks when we come back, because that is really darn nice.